And our goal as a trader is not really trying to understand the market, trying to figure out, well, know everything. People are like asking me because like my friends and buddies, they're like, okay, you know the market, you're a trader. Okay, so where will dollar go? Or well, where will something go? And I say, how the fuck do I know? I don't know where it will go. I only know how to make money on it consistently, but I don't know where it will go. I never know where the price action will go. What I can do, I can just close my eyes and just use my strategy and just make money over time with it, turn myself to a robot. And whenever like an AI, I'm not behaving like an algorithm, and I start making my own choices, mostly based on what I think, not what I see in front of my eyes. Then I start losing money, and then I have to get out of the computer. So making money in the market can be really easy, and it sounds easy. Katja always says it sounds so easy when you say it, because it is easy concept to like academically dispute, understand, but it's not so easy for a practical from a practical implementation of it, because we have emotions. We are biased not on the market but on our past. If we experienced a string of losers, naturally what our mind will tell us, next one will be a loser. If you encounter this string of winners, you had a good week, you think next one will be a winner. Because we don't understand the future. We are not, we are three-dimensional creatures living in 4 dimensions, okay? But we can't move in 4 dimensions another way just forward, at least right now. So we don't understand the future, and we think that the future will be the same as the present and the past. So if we had bad experiences in the past, it will also force us to think that, well, next one will be a loser. I am a loser. It won't work. If we had a good experience, we have a good bias, then you will think next one will be a winner. And both of those situations are painful, because if you think next one will be a loser and I don't want to trade, at least you're making a decision of not losing money at all. But if you think that next one will be a winner, then you're making a trade and you encounter a loser, then you have to face the reality and unmet expectations. So your expectations were there, and well, you are here, and there is a conflict building in the mind. So when this conflict appears, then, well, you lose confidence and you stop trusting. But instead of thinking, why did it happen? You start blaming the strategy and whatever it is. I think Dodi will get liquidated soon. So you will start blaming something else, but not thinking about that maybe it is just because you didn't follow really those drawn lines on the chart if you're using TA, or the strategy including the fundamental analysis, news or whatever. This is also a strategy. I mean, crypto Twitter, those people are also following a certain strategy. They're just buying the news, okay? It's also a strategy. If it works, I don't know. I didn't do it. But in this case, it's really easy to lose the perspective and to think that somebody wants to cheat you, and you start trying to find something else in the market, buy a new technical analysis program, subscribe to paid channel, to signal source, whatever it is, because you're trying to find a solution for it. And the solution is not in the strategy. Everybody is asking me for like, what is my strategy here and there, how to execute it. Okay, you can find most of the things I'm using, you can find on the internet for free. Really. Some of them are way better explained by certain people like Eric, who is worth to pay for his TA, okay? Because he explains it a lot better. But all of the strategies like the EMAs, horizontal, you can find for free right now. We're living in really nice times. We have access to the knowledge for free. Of course, we have to select which one is good or not. So it's not a problem of the strategy. It's not a problem of TA, of the market. The problem is of yourself. The more you will trade, harder it will be, because you will already like try to anticipate certain behavior. Okay, I know in such situations market liked to reverse in the past, but my strategy is showing me, let's say here, it's shooting me a sell signal. And let's say here, it would shoot me a sell signal somewhere here. Take a blind guess. But I think it likes to reverse. Okay, so what is telling you it will reverse? Is it a part of your strategy? Is it some kind of a filter you have that in your strategy that tells you not to short here? If it is part of your strategy, that's okay. But if it's only your assumption based on the past that in such times it like to reverse, well, it's worth shit. It is worth like putting this little minus in your scorebook, because if you didn't short here, even if this trade turned out to be a loser, you didn't behave as you should as a trader, because your strategy has given you an entry. And what is the strategy? Well, it will be Bollinger Bands, okay? And I was really going through it today. I'll use a different one, Bollinger's. It's based on 21 EMA. I'll just remove the 55. Okay, so it's 21 EMA plus and minus 2 standard deviations here, okay? So I was using the strategy. I was using 200 EMA to define a trend, like really easy. Everything is trading below, 21 EMA is below, price action is below. So what I want to do, I want to be shorting on the mean of the Bollinger Bands, having my stop loss above the band, and I will exit my trade on the lower band, or when my stop loss gets triggered, or the candle will close above the top of the band, and the opposite direction also. So in this case, I also had a short entry. So I had a lot of like, today was a really nice day for shorting Euro USD using this strategy. So it was the first entry I didn't notice, but technically it was an entry here. So this would be a first trade. Then this would be another trade here. This strategy doesn't provide too much risk to reward ratios, but don't worry about it. It provides a positive, more than 50% probability of winning.
I mean, it's
So
a
those,
5 minute scalp, so I guess you wouldn't expect it to be very RRR.
yeah, it's like I'm using a slightly modified because I'm using it with my matrix. Okay, so I'm looking for certain things, and those trades I took a little deeper. It doesn't matter here. So this is the vanilla strategy. Okay, and it tells you to do something. So what you're looking, 200 EMA. Okay, it's going down. Then I have 21 EMA below it, and it's also going down. And what I have, price trading below both of them. Okay, so I'm using the strategy on the short side. And what happens here? There was a trade to be made, and well, it was a loser. So now strategy is wrong. Okay, and now this trade you should take when you are trading a certain strategy. You have to stop thinking what the market can do in such situations. You have to follow the strategy, because this strategy doesn't have some trend detection like reversal detection. It's really simple strategy. And why would you think? Of course you were right with your thinking, with your anticipation of the market bouncing. but you were using a certain strategy and you didn't follow it. That's a minus. Though, if you followed it, this trade, even a loser, being a loser, should be like accounted in your favor, because what you really want to, as a trader, you want to follow your fucking plan, your strategy. Write it down in front of you. What is your strategy exactly? Where is the entry? Where is the exit? How you define the exit, when you take a loss, how you define position size, what indicators are you using for it, how they work together to define you an entry, a signal for entry, for exit, everything about the strategy. And this is only thing you need to do. And this is the simple concept. You just really need to execute whenever you are awake, whenever you are at your battle station. You just need to execute the strategy all the time whenever you decide to use it. Okay, so today, well, after my first loser, I said, okay, time to scalp to the downside. And well, this is how it works. So the last one was the loser. Well, okay, but because they all shared the same risk, so I had, all of them were almost like at least 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So I had 4 winners, 1 loser, so it's total of 3 risk to reward for today activity. Okay, so this is what you do. You stop thinking. Like, I really stay away many times from like Discord, and I really not feel comfortable about disputing the price, because I'm with the state of mind that it can move absolutely everywhere in any moment of time. And my TA, my expectations, I was telling in the video, I'm extremely bearish on the USD, and I'm still, but it's still bouncing off the fucking support, and this is normal, okay? So you don't want to be shorted. I'm still bearish, but if it closes above here, I will be bullish, but and probably I need 200 EMA for it. So I'm still bearish, but it doesn't mean I need to short here. But my expectations about the market, I didn't expect it to move to the downside to the yesterday, especially. It looked really nice, as a really nice bounce. Okay, somebody could draw some kind of a triangle formations. And well, it's above 200 EMA, well below 221 EMA, but 200 EMA is providing a support next time, and well, it's worth longing, okay? So the market moved in the opposite direction, totally opposite. Why did it move? I don't know. Do you know? Some news, something happened. Why would you even care as a trader? As a trader, you are to make money in the market. You are not to predict where the market will go. If you want to predict where the market will go, you can work as an analyst for a trader, but he still or she has to execute certain edge, and their edge will consist of your analysis probably. So you are here to execute an edge, and this is the hardest part, because every time you want to execute an edge, you will try to dispute with yourself. So following with the price action. I love those games here. So let's go back. Okay, so what the strategy? I probably explained it properly. My mouse is not working properly. Okay.
Except
so
I didn't catch what kind of Bollinger Band you're using. You said you
I'm,
had
us
a modified
I'm using
one?
21 EMA plus and minus 2 standard deviations.
Mm-hmm.
I just coded it for myself, but it doesn't. It's not much different from the made on the, what is it, the simple moving average or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just, if I'm using EMAs for my trading, I like to use Bollinger Bands based on my main signal EMA, which is 21 most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So plus and minus 2 standard deviations here. So what would you do here? What would you do here? What is happening in your head? You need to ask yourself, will you enter here on this dildo? Or you will be thinking, well, this chart, probably some bullish divergence, just a fake out to the downside, and it will go to the upside. Then you start analyzing the market, you start thinking, you start having an opinion, and what's most important, you're letting this opinion interfere with your trading. There are some experienced trader like Eric who have an opinion on the market, but it doesn't mean they follow their opinion when it comes to trading. I have a certain opinion on the market, but did it stop me from shorting today Euro USD? No, because I saw an entry using my edge. So the correct answer here, you have to enter somewhere here and wait for the bottom of the band to be hit, which will be probably somewhere here, okay? And you have a winner because you followed your edge. But if you did not, well, you would miss out. So what would you probably do? You missed out the trade. Okay, I'm using the certain strategy, but I heard about the strategy. So whenever the dildo closes below the bottom of the Bollinger Band or above, and then it closes in, I have to enter short or long. So you're now changing your strategy. Okay, I have to, using this new strategy, I have to enter long here and keep it to the next band. This is the part of the strategy, and I know about the strategy. There are some people who it works, but not in really rough trends. Okay, it's not binary strategy. So yeah, basically it looks all right. Okay, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. That's nice. I'm holding. And what happens next? So now I have a loser. So first I didn't use the opportunity. Then I have a loser. So I need to do. I'm starting getting angry. So I'm looking at the other indicators. Okay, stochastics are crossed to the upside. I have a bullish divergence here, guys. So I have a bullish divergence on the RSI. So yeah, now it looks like I have to long it. Okay, so I have to long it somewhere here. Let's say I go in on market. I'll use the what I can use for my risk management. Whatever I'll use this week. It doesn't really matter. But let's say, and I'm making my own strategy in flight here. So I'm making my risk management here. I'm making my signals here, which are not the part of the strategy I decided to use. I'm entering late. So I'm breaking all the rules right now because I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because you don't know, but first trade in a day was a loser for me because I was longing it somewhere here. Or I don't remember, or higher. It was a loser. Yeah, somewhere here, and I showed it on the Discord. It was a loser. So well, it's not the best start. And then I didn't use the opportunity, and then I had a loss when I should have a profit. And in the meantime, I will find out, well, the price already moved like 354 pips. If you're trading like 100 lot size, you can imagine that's a lot of money. Okay, 354 points, so 35 pips. So with 100 lot position size, that's $3,500 of profit, which I didn't make today because I was so stupid and market was so mean, and it shouldn't happen. And the market just raped me in my ass, and I'm really pissed off. So what I will do, I'm making my own strategy. I mean, I totally abandoned the last strategy here. And I'm totally not looking at it because now I think it will reverse because it's already dumped enough and harmed me enough. I want the last price to enter short or whatever. I want to recover. I want to have finally some money. And it's already like 10:45 a.m. and I started trading at 7 or 6. It's already enough money. I'm getting tired of it. I just want to enter trade and like Dodi, just hold it to the moon. I don't care. Okay, it will go up. I think 200 EMA. No, I'll go to the higher time frame, to the 4 hour, or probably daily. No, 4 hour. I can make a better target on 4 hour. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Regarding the strategy, if the price goes below the 21, then you start shorting, or everything has to be like the 21 has to be below 200, and the price below 21.
Yeah, it's only, I'm using it only for trends. When I had an anticipation of a trend coming and I just used the strategy for trend.
So
So
if the
I want
price
the
goes,
price overly trading below the 21, all of them sloping down.
so if the price
And
goes above the 21,
here,
yeah.
it doesn't
So
matter because I planned my trade before. So whenever it touches the 21, I will be shorting it. I
and
don't
when
care if it closes above.
let's imagine you get stopped out and it goes above. So next time when it comes back to 21, you long?
No. You have to follow your bias.
Okay.
200
No, because
is
the bias
sloping
is to the
down.
downside. Okay.
So you do nothing.
Okay. Oh, and
But
you wait for the price to
what
go
I'm
below 21 again.
Yeah. So what
Okay.
I'm telling basically, like here, even if you waited for it, you had a retest, and it's maybe not visible right now, but there is a retest of it. Okay, so it went back below, and you have a retest.
I was asking good questions because I quickly did the on Bitcoin, and for 5 entries, 4 were profitable on 4 hour Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's really high strike ratio strategy, really low risk to reward. But what I'm telling right now, let's come back to the topic, and it will be soon the time to finish this. What I did right now, I'm totally pissed on the market, on myself. I'm really angry, and I did make in flight my own strategy. So I started looking for other indicators to comply with my state of mind, because I want the price action to go up. So what I will be doing, we'll be looking, yeah, stochastics are crossing up. I have a bullish divergence, and I will totally ignore everything, including the strategy I was to use. And let's see how it works. Well, and it fucks me again. And this mean market, and I'm fucked again, and I'm really angry. And well, what I will probably do, I will now stop following anything, and I see, okay, it's reversing here. We have a dildo formation or whatever. It's going up. I'll go up. Stop loss here. Well, take profit. I don't care about take profit. It will go to the moon. And what the price does, it fucks you again. So this is the mechanics, like it goes probably. I mean, you all think different, but when it gets to emotional trading, it's really overly exaggerated sometimes, but maybe some of you experience it in the past. It is the thing I experienced in the past, the same way of thinking. So the key here is that this strategy was giving you good entries all the time. But you were so blinded by your emotions, you stopped even looking at it. You stopped even checking yourself if I'm following the plan. You forgot about it. Your piece of paper is lying on on your desk, and you're not even looking at it. And it caused you only more pain and more damage, financial damage. And at the end of the day, you lost enough money. You feel like you are a shitty trader. And well, you probably can feel a lot of emotions, especially when you do like this. Well, it was 453 points, 45 pips. Really nice movement for today. Even probably lower, I don't even remember, okay? And then it bounces. And then you wanted to counter trade the trend, and what it happens? Maybe the last time you decide, okay, here I will use my strategy. Okay, I was stupid. I took a walk. I come back. I'll use my strategy here, and I'll short it. And it turns out to be a loser. And then it goes up, and I knew it will go up. Okay, so this is what emotions do. And the strategy itself, it's plainly simple. Stan just checked it a while ago. Just really fast check. You can backtrack it. It's really simple when it starts consolidating and you see the Bollinger Bands really tighten up. It's a time for either playing the top and bottom support and resistance, or just leave it be for a while, because whenever it consolidates, whenever the bands tighten up, it will explode to one side or the other sooner than later, and you will have your entry for your strategy. But this strategy is really simple, really effective. And why people are not making money? If it's so simple, if it's really effective, why not everybody is just using it and making money? Because we are thinking, we are emotional, and this is what can happen to everybody. It can happen to everyone. Absolutely 100% of the traders can experience the same way of thinking. The difference is when you start taking trading as a serious thing, you start recognizing, when you start thinking like this, and you will tell to yourself, okay, I have it written, follow the fucking plan. Okay, you wanted to trick yourself, like I wanted to trick myself into certain behavior, but if I have the follow the fucking plan, well, I have to follow my plan because I wrote it. It's not that Jackie said to me, It's I wrote it for myself. It's my rule number one. Follow the fucking plan. Follow the strategy. And when you see it, you can check really yourself if this trade is according to my plan. And you have to make only one rule in your trading, and it will help you a lot. If you are thinking about a trade which is not a part of your strategy, without any signal from your strategy, you should stay away from the market. And this is the hardest to execute, but you should just stay away and wait, because your strategy sooner or later will give you an entry. It's just a waiting game. So, well, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you have questions? Claudia, you lost some money on your trade.
Yeah, when I returned, I realized this is Euro USD. I had no idea what asset it is. If I knew it was Euro USD, I would have been biased to the upside.
Yeah, but you don't know TA, you just open the chart. They said you have to trade it. Everybody says you have to trade it, so you have to trade it.
Yeah, I try to think as I did when I first came into the crypto 3 years ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you, Jackie, said about the like following your strategy, I think like as young traders, we tend to use too many tools, and then it becomes impossible to take a decision based on your strategy, because if you have like 4 or 3 tools, then like for all the things to really align in your strategy, then it's like, then you think, oh, it just takes forever, and you just jump on it because I feel like it's going to be good. Crown also said it's going up, so let's do it, right?
Yeah, and it goes the other way.
Yeah, and I guess the simpler it's, again, Crown says that in the course, right? I mean, the simpler you can get, the easier and the better it will be, because if you have just like, horizontals, just play the damn horizontals. And this is what I'm trying to do. Actually, I just use horizontals and I'm ignoring everything else. Like, working. Yeah, and it works out.
You are a programmer, or are you like with the IT, Stan? As far as I remember, you're doing some shit
I can
like
program,
this?
but I'm in
but
the other camp. I'm sysadmin.
You know the KISS rule. Yeah, keep it simple,
yes, of course.
sexy.
Well, especially in ops. Huh?
It works. Yeah. So there is a difference. Now look at my chart, okay? What can you see? Fucking mayhem, okay? And I can add more, okay? And I'm not using all of them at the same time, almost never, okay? If I'm using a certain strategy, I'm getting my strategy. I'm forgetting about everything else and get it out, okay? And I have my strategy and I can work on it because it's simple. Yeah, and for sure, the problem with trading is not in indicators. They help a lot. Of course, that's why I coded my own, and I'm using them because I coded everything I want to use with my trading. But if you think the trading, especially like you said, new traders, not young, even new traders who are not experienced enough, who are not beaten enough in the life, tend to think that just new strategy, new indicator will make it better. And also the key here is that even if you trust the new strategy will make it better, what I did here in this exercise was in the middle of a game, I switched my strategy 2 times, okay? First time when I tried to long it and keep it to the, so I switched the strategy to still Bollinger Bands and to existing strategy. And then what I did, I made my own strategy because I used for my entry bullish divergence in stochastics and a fucking downtrend, totally not relevant to, I was not even looking at the Bollinger Bands here anymore. Okay, and then I came back to my old strategy and I got wrecked because it was the last trade in this game, and I followed the strategy. And you start doubting not only yourself but also the strategy, because the last trade of the strategy was a loser, and you get pissed off more. So if you want to really like ease up your career and like learning, it's like find one thing which is working and just follow it for the rest of your fucking life and you'll be fucking rich. if you follow it blindly, and if it's really back tested, it's really working, and you learn to execute it flawlessly all the time. And if you feel not all right, you will not even touch buy or sell button. You will just get away from the market.